Welcome to another CHRO Conversation, hosted by the Center for Executive Succession here at the Darla Moore School of Business in Columbia, South Carolina. My name is Anthony Nyberg, and today we're joined in conversation by Melissa C. of TIAA. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So, a lot of conversations lately in the HR world have revolved around HR becoming more strategic, more business-oriented. Have you experienced that? And if so, can you share what that means for you?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm in a business line HR role supporting our asset management business at TIAA. And certainly I have seen a big transformation in the last probably 4 or 5 years of not just getting yourself to the table, but if you're at the table, you have to understand what the business does, what the business challenges are, what the goals are, what we're trying to do. You have to understand the financials. So from an HR standpoint, we usually...
And that's a big deal when you're in the financial services.
We usually
right?
steered clear of, sort of you just glazed over when the financials happen. But you have to understand the full scope of the business, the full challenges of the business. And really when you're at the table and part of the leadership team, you're thinking about the success of the business. You happen to specialize in HR and are responsible for the talent and the development and the leadership, but without understanding what the business is doing and what they're faced with, you're not going to be the effective leader they're looking for.
So this new interest or new expectation that HR will be strategic, has that led to additional challenges or different challenges than there were?
It has, certainly, because it's a shift, and I think HR has made a shift. Certainly, we've seen it at TIAA in the past. I've been there 6 years, so when I joined there, HR was, taking direction from the business, not really contributing or having an opinion about where we should go, but rather wait until the business leaders make the decision, and then we'll let you know what we need you to do. So in other words, sit back, wait, they'll tell you what to do. You go do it. You're a great HR partner if you do exactly what we need you to do. And so that is no longer the HR talent we're looking for, but rather we're looking for the HR talent that understands the business, understands the challenges, understands the clients and the competitive landscape, but then also understands how you make a difference from a strategic standpoint with HR.
Has that talent been readily available, or is that also a challenge for you?
It's a challenge, and we like to develop our own talent at TIAA. And so I think part of what we have faced is some of the talent isn't going to be able to make that transformation. And so, they are more comfortable waiting to be told what to do, and then they can do it. The talent we're looking for is the talent who walks into a room and doesn't know what the issue is and what needs to be done, but can help problem solve, can help solution, and can be part of the resolution together with the business, and with the confidence and the experience level to then go back and figure out we may not have the answer they're looking for. We'll have to build it, we'll have to find it, we'll have to figure it out, and we have to deliver it. And oh, by the way, it's changing really fast, so you don't have a lot of time to come back and deliver that with them.
So these sound like really radically different competencies that you're looking
Yes.
for now. And I think what I heard you say is that listening, trying to understand what's really going on in the
Yep.
business is critical. And how do you find these people, or how do you train them once you get
So
them?
I'll tell you, you have to know what you know and know what you don't know, and be confident enough to say, I need to learn so I can be better. And so, sometimes that's hard for some of our HR colleagues. We don't like to admit what we don't know. So I went into the asset management space, and I knew what asset management was at a very, very high level. I didn't know all the products, I didn't know all the investment performance, I didn't know all of the challenges, I didn't know we were in the almond business and the real estate business and all of this. And so I quickly knew if I was going to be successful, I needed to find a friend that I could phone a friend. And so we had a top talent leader, had been there for 10 years, and I went to him one day and I said, Jose, I'd like to ask you to help me. I need to know and understand the business better, and I can go learn it outside, I can read about it, but I understand that we have the best people in the business right here. Would you be willing to help me? Could you be my safe place to call and say, I don't understand what they were talking about in this meeting? And in return, so you could be my business mentor, and in return, I know your top talent, I know your leadership development, I know your you're going places and are working to be a better leader with greater opportunities, perhaps I can give that to you as well. And so we have, probably 2 years ago, struck up that balance. We still have it today. If I call him, he knows what I'm looking for, and always helps me know and understand the challenges of the business better, and I help him from a leadership development and thinking about his career.
So
it's a bit of a barter.
So really partnering with other groups, not just servicing in many ways,
right.
but really partnering.
And I would say that fast-tracked my learning, because I was courageous enough to say, I don't know what I need to know today, and I don't know what they were talking about in that meeting. Can you please help me?
And understanding that business, I mean, it seems obvious, but I presume that has made a big difference?
A big difference, especially as we're growing, as we're changing our organizational structure and model. When you understand the businesses and the challenges and what we're sort of moving away from and where we're going to, you can be that better organizational design partner.
Well, that brings up that I think I understand TIAA has really been changing, particularly in the HR space, and you're
right.
known for this also, for becoming more customer focused. Is that right? And what does that mean for HR?
Yeah, so we have TIAA has a new CHRO, Skip Spriggs, who joined us about 4 years ago. And he's a change agent, and he was hired to be that change agent for HR. Probably spent the first 2 years fixing the foundational work. You can't say you're going to be strategic and innovative in HR if you don't get the basics right. So, the payroll, the experience the candidates were having as we were trying to bring them on board, and strengthened our foundation, added a bunch of technology so that we were better, faster, and then upgraded some of the talent through internal development, but also going out and attracting the talent we needed. And then we said to our business, without really a lot of marketing or fanfare, but through the transformation of HR, they started to feel a different HR support happening. And the pull was, rather than, oh gosh, I got to remember to call HR and tell them what I need, the pull was, where's HR? Is Melissa coming to the meeting? So if I'm not at a meeting, I'm missed. And I think that's a big part of what the success of that transformation has been.
That's actually really exciting to hear. So it has been about HR really contributing to their bottom line, helping them run their business better, and through that, less dictatorial about HR having to order people around, and rather now getting invited.
And no marketing needed. It was your performance and your contribution, which made them want to ask for more.
So that is really very exciting.
It's an exciting time.
Do you think that's true? And is TIAA unique that way? Is it an exciting time in HR in our field altogether?
I think it's an exciting time in the field. So I think, if we were to look at other finance, certainly in my industry, financial services, but other companies, they are looking for that value add and that thinking and strategic. I don't know the answer, so I'm not coming with my products that are on the shelf, but rather we have to figure out what the answer is and then figure out how to do it and build it.
So you have a long, strong history in the financial services field, and not a lot of HR people come from that particular background.
Right.
How is HR unique in the financial services, and what can you do as HR people to really guide that progress?
So I think what's unique is the financial services space has turned very competitive. Market conditions, expansion globally, terrorism. When you're in charge of the people and the human side of the business, all of these things impact what you do, how you do it, and what success looks like. So I think, given the competitive landscape, the talent, you have to go get the talent. And we've thought outside of the box. So some of the solutions, in this day and age, talented people don't have to go where the job is, but rather you have to help your organization figure out if you really wanted the job in New York and the talent that we're after is in San Francisco, can we make that work? And I would say that from an HR standpoint and from a alternative work schedule, alternative locations, probably half of our leadership team today in asset management lives and works in different places and makes it work.
That must be a pretty remarkable challenge in and of itself, of trying to coordinate all the different.
It is, but technology certainly helps. So if I'm in my office in Florida or my office in New York, I can join the meeting in person. In Florida, I can join the meeting in person also through video. We tend to be where our clients are, but as we continue to grow and expand, it becomes harder to be where you need to be. So certainly the technology, but also the flexibility, because again, talent has options. And as an employer, you have to recognize and respect those options and sort of meet them halfway. It's not just about who's going to pay the most to make you move to where you don't want to be. The retention play is also, if I can be where I am and what's important to me personally, and also be challenged professionally, it has a longer hold on the retention and the commitment to the company. When we attract the talent and we start to think flexible, what can we make work here that would make us unique to the competition and also give what we're looking for. Everybody can pay to attract talent. Everybody, your benefits, your pay, your promises, what have you. That is a standard offering. It's the softer and the more unique offerings. It's the culture. It's the values. It's who are you working for. And people are working really, really hard, long days, long hours. It matters in this day and age where they give their time and what they're getting back. And when you have a company that's willing to meet you part way or say, it's no problem, we have an office in San Francisco, you can work there. What is very important and what you have to stress up front as you're attracting that talent is it's dependent upon relationships. And so when you are new to the company and you have an arrangement like that, you have to spend a lot of time where you need to be to build those relationships, to understand the challenges, to feel the environment, so that when you're not there, you know what's going on.
So this sounds like just another place where HR is leading the way.
Correct.
Super. So thank you very much for joining us.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate it, and we look forward to the rest of our visit with you.
Super. Me too.
Thank you.